Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Vote! 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 Randy, we know. We know.
He's just enfranchised. He feels empowered.
Yeah.
It's that day.
Yes. It is that day. It is that day. Welcome to Mornings with the Cabin. Wheeler and Ollie with you on your Monday morning, October 15th, 2018. A day that will go down in history of the days that we had elections.
History of elections.
History of elections.
It'll be on Wikipedia when you click like elections in Yellowknife.
On a list, October 15th, 2018.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it will show that you voted on that day because you were a responsible citizen.
Does it make you irresponsible to not vote?
Well, I agree with you, but I was trying to look on the bright side.
Oh, I see. No, we should look on the bright side. We should encourage people to vote. I mean, especially at a municipal level, it seems like you could actually put someone in there that could make some sort of difference.
And alternatively, if you don't vote, someone could get in. Well, you've read the interviews. You've seen the interviews. You know who could get in.
You're talking, of course, about Adrian Bell.
I'm clearly not going to name a single name
No.
that I'm talking about.
Adrian's run a pretty impressive campaign. I mean, we'll get into it. Throughout the morning. Obviously, this is something we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be doing some live stuff later on tonight as results come in. So
8 o'clock tonight onwards, we are going to be live right here. I'll try and I'll wander over to City Hall. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
So we got some special guests coming in this morning around 8 o'clock. We've got Becky and Nancy coming in to talk All You Need Is Love. They are the organizers. And at 8:30, Skills Canada. Skills NWT is going to come in, talk about the Blue Collar Gala. And if you can find our little video that we did of it last week on Facebook, including the outtakes, which I love, by the way. I love that we included the outtakes. Because I was on fire that morning.
You were.
I love that in the course of shooting a video that's approximately 50 seconds long, we were able to generate outtakes that were the length of the video.
Pretty much the length of the video, yeah. Of course, it is Election Day, so let's all just tell everybody who we're going to vote for. Ollie, you go first.
Sure, I'm not, because I can't.
Fair enough. Lekter?
Discovered today I'm not registered.
Either am I.
What's wrong with you people?
Hey, don't start on us. Don't start on us.
Well, I'm at least technically barred for like...
You know what? I tried to do it, but then the enumeration form was down. It was not available.
So you can still go do...
Of course, yeah. I can just show up and be like,
yeah.
Here's my ID and I live here and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know. But important to remind anybody...
My driver's license address doesn't match my current address. Are they going to tell me I'm not a Canadian citizen?
No, I imagine it's Yellowknife. They're probably just going to be like, oh, hey, Jesse, and give you a ballot.
Yeah, you need a vote? Okay, come on. So
maybe an hour of the
like,
DMV.
We all know that if I just walked down there, they'd probably let me vote. So, you know,
that's just,
I don't know.
That's how strong
I got a problem
this process
with that.
actually is. You know, this process that we've been telling people, like, you should go vote. It's your sacred franchise. I'm just letting you do it. I'm not even a citizen. They'll probably just, oh, hey, Ollie, just come in and vote. Like, that sounds like a strong defense that we got there.
Meanwhile, the two citizens not registered. What can you do?
Kate is yelling at us right now.
Shoot.
You can do it at the poll. You sign a declaration. Do not do this. It is your sacred franchise.
So,
thank you, Kate.
The audience is engaged.
We are absolutely going to vote. We just have to do that other stuff.
Yeah.
First. Yeah, we just have to prove that
the stuff we should have done already.
Yeah, we have to prove we're not robots, so we're going to have to go down there, and they're going to hold up a big placard that's like has like 12 pictures on it. It's like, point to all the pictures that have street signs in them. We'll be like, that one, and that one. No, try again.
No!
It would probably be better if we just let robots vote. And we don't
I
bother.
mean, it should be better if we let robots do everything.
Hey, Google, vote for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Like, go like pick 8. Like, I don't know.
Pick 8.
But if you haven't registered, then she's going to say, I'm sorry, I don't understand yet. She's still learning.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Or
you have to repeat
it'll be
it
like,
time.
Google will go through like your Facebook results and everything. It's like, whose name appears most of this general election? And guess where all your 8 votes are going to go? I'm not going to say anybody's name. I'm just going to say that someone's, appeared more in the talking about it.
I know, Rebecca. She's been everywhere.
Right? Royalty.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it's
you
going
just
to be
call her royalty.
Royalty. That's what her.
I love that.
Royalty. That's what her friends call her. I think. I don't know.
I never heard it until you said it. Well, I guess you're really good friends.
No,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
going to be an interesting night. I mean, we can't talk about, obviously, we can't talk about results. I'm not going to say who I'm voting for, but I mean, the mayoral race, I think, is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty neck and neck. I mean, we were kind of mentioning that Adrian and Ralty have both ran pretty significant campaigns. Adrian, like, I'm getting YouTube ads of Adrian. You know? Like, that's
both
a ton of cash.
Yeah, people. It isn't. It's not actually not that expensive to run ads like that. It like Facebook ads, for example, it costs us whenever we run ads about $20 to reach about 5,000 people.
All right.
So it's not that. It's not.
Is it not?
It's not as expensive as you.
But I mean,
think.
like that's a well-produced ad that he's made. I imagine.
Oh yeah, you're probably like spending the money on the production.
Yeah.
Absolutely, would cost you a little bit more. And
that's what I meant.
It's been
Ollie.
interesting to see like how much, how much social media campaigning some candidates have done.
Yeah.
And then you got other candidates who didn't even have a web page or even a Facebook page.
Well, I don't.
And campaigned in person, and that doesn't make them worse candidates. It just means they're doing it differently.
Yeah,
like Steve Payne is an example who said, "I'm not going to bother with a Facebook page or a website. I'm just going to hang out at the stores and go talk to people."
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't begrudge someone for not having a web page because web page.
No.
Whatever. You basically have a landing page on your Facebook page. I mean, that's how you can directly engage with people. A website's a really nice way to like put your platform out there and have everybody read it.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess, but I'm not going to begrudge anyone for not having a web page.
If you feel like you can reach everyone you need to without having it, then
Exactly.
Yeah.
why
I mean,
not?
how many votes do you need to get in? What do you think?
I knew the answer to this. I'm going to say a couple thousand.
Couple thousand? Like for mayor, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a bit less than that. I'll tell you. Just talk among yourselves.
I'm going to talk amongst myself. Jesse, how you doing? Well, it's been
It's his little route to Scott.
Busy time.
What? He's doing fine.
Okay, so 2015, to give you an idea.
Yeah.
So turnout was 55%.
Hey, that's democracy for you, right? That's over 50. That's over 50%. That's democracy.
There were 10,800 people who could vote. 5,959 bothered. And of those, so the number of votes Mark Hike got last time around to be re-elected was 4,479. And I was actually right. The lowest number of votes that would have got someone elected was 2,441 for Julian Morse, who was 8th in.
I mean, Julian's also.
And Phil Moon's son, who was not elected, got 2,213. So it's possible to get more than 2,000 votes and not get onto council.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter with you. They were just berating me off air about an opinion I have, but we won't get into it.
We got many days of opinions that we can
by
attack
both
you
of you.
for. Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we did bring out knives.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Stop
fair.
bringing up knives.
Yeah.
What did you bring? The
Use your
lemon to a knife
words.
fight?
Use the words.
That'll be where you went.
Amateur.
That'll be where you went wrong.
Absolutely. My words are not as sharp as knives. Chase the Ace over in Fort McPherson got one this weekend on Friday night.
Yep, 150 grand.
150. They were having so much fun with that, with their videos and everything. It was great.
I don't know, Lekter, if you saw the last video they did before this. They had a woman dressed as the Ace of Spades, and a massive ace card, basically.
And
just
people were just chasing her around.
And then she was just running around and claiming to be chased, and then the RCMP turned up and an actual RCMP officer bundled her into the back of a truck and then drove off at speed. It was a great video.
My God.
It was just good on the RCMP for getting in on that. And,
that's amazing.
It was an entertaining video. And they had a huge turnout. The number of Facebook live streams.
Yeah.
I mean, it was who needs broadcast TV networks anymore? You had your choice of about 8 different angles to watch this happen live from.
Yeah.
And she was there were 6 cards left. And you went straight for the one in the middle. I just went, whoop, just casually, flipped it up, and then boom, Ace of Spades.
Oh, they laid them all out on the table? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they laid all 6 out on the table, and she just went, boom, middle one. Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
And then immediately, she had a deal where she splits the money with a friend of hers in Dawson City.
Oh, that's gonna get ugly.
Immediately phoned her up
Yeah.
and was like, hey, Cynthia, hi. Yeah, I won. What? I won $150,000. And then you just hear this muffled on the other end, and then the woman who won, Karen, is just she doesn't believe me, and puts it on speakerphone, and everybody's yelling, "She won! You won the
Nice.
money. And then you suddenly, after like this 5-second pause of silence, hear on the other end of the line, "Oh my God!" It was very sweet.
I was
Very
expecting
sweet
I don't know about that.
That's I don't know about that. That's great. I mean, 150 grand. That's, I mean, like, well, are you even splitting it? That's, I mean,
Yeah. Was it
that
take
could be-
home 150 grand or splitting?
I think they're
splitting
splitting the 150.
75.
Yeah.
I think that's
75.
the deal.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's life-changing money right
Well, out of a Chase the Ace in Fort McPherson,
Yeah.
it's not a bad return.
That's amazing.
No.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. We got one that's brewing right now. I don't think the Bella one has been won. That one that's been over at Sam's Monkey Tree, and I think it's up near 40 grand.
Okay.
There's still about 30 cards left to go.
Oh.
So that could be the next one
I love how it's
that
like.
gets creeped up.
I mean, I know you know about my hurricane passionate life. It's like
Yes.
hurricanes, right? They just brew for a little
Yeah.
while, and then they eventually start to get a little bit dangerous, and everybody starts paying attention.
Right.
So it's like, oh, look at that, Chase the Ace. It's finally like matured.
Yes.
You know, it's
Now let's
ripened.
go to it.
Yeah.
Let's go to it. Let's name it and go to it.
Yeah.
Look out, South Carolina.
Here comes the Chase the Ace.
We were doing a Chase the Ace at work, actually, over at the dealership. We do them every once in a while. And last year, it got up to about $5,000.
Wow.
And a girl who took a job as a receptionist was not good at her job, didn't show up much, took the $5,000 and left.
And out.
and go. And then we played again. We started another one last week. So everybody put in their money. The pot got up to about $260 for the day. And first card. Chase,
No way.
The Ace pulled on
Boo.
the first card.
Well, you just put it back, wouldn't you?
No,
that
you
was
take
the end
the
of
money
that.
and you
That was
get
the
outta
end of that.
here.
That was-
Don't you guys know how to properly rig a Chase the Ace?
I know you don't.
Come on.
You take the Ace out
Yeah.
until like the very end. I don't understand why they didn't do that.
Make this interesting.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Wheeler, Lekter, mornings at the cabin on your Monday morning, joined once again by friend of the show, guest extraordinaire, pundit,
Sober second thought.
sober second thought, person about town, Nancy MacNeill.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
how's it going?
It's good.
Happy Election Monday.
Election.
We're not here talking about the election, Nancy. Stop it.
You're
all
right. You're right. I love democracy. I can't help it.
Quit bringing up the election.
I can't and I won't. Anyways, I will.
This weekend, all you need is love.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for the past few weeks.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be great.
it's going to be so much fun. Friday and Saturday at the top night. No tickets.
No.
By donation only. $25 is the suggested donation. You can bring more than that, though, right?
Oh, please. Yeah.
Please bring more.
Well, all the money is going to a really good cause. So if you haven't heard about it, it's the Beatles Tribute Show.
Yes.
A celebration of love and music. And the idea basically is that once again, as for these tribute shows, we are paying our artists. Yellowknife musicians are professionals. They deserve to be treated as such. But
Dave
fortunately,
Hurley is not a professional musician.
you watch your mouth. You watch it. I will not take that slander.
Listen for Dad Rock on Thursdays on camera.
But also, we have a really any extra money that's raised is going to an amazing cause. So I hope that people come out. I hope they have a wonderful time, both Friday and Saturday, or one or the other. You are not pressured to come to both. That would be a bit much. But it's going to be super fun and great music, and of course, you get to help out a new Northern family. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's going to be great.
The cause, in case people need reminding, is Clyde Elias and Tara Lee Wedson and their boy Jackson. Who
One
is
of arguably the cutest babies
one of
born
the cutest
in the
and
last
toughest
calendar.
babies.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah,
Never
like
kidding.
super super tough. But also, did you see those cheeks?
I mean,
the cheeks.
incredibly adorable.
Oh my gosh.
So they've spent pretty much his entire life
Yeah.
down in Edmonton at Stollery Children's Hospital, and also, but now in the last week or so, they've been able to take him home to Larga House and hang out with him at home, which has been wonderful to see.
Not their actual home in Yellowknife.
No.
But
Their
they
actual home
are-
in Yellowknife is something that they've been struggling with, which is why one of the reasons
Which is
we're
why
having this
we have to
conversation.
make sure that we can send them some support.
Yes.
I can't even imagine the
stress.
Take away like the emotional struggle of having a sick baby, which is not a small thing. But just the financial stress of having to maintain a home in Yellowknife, trying to maintain a life of any kind, while your baby's sick and you're just trying to be there for him.
Yeah.
They've been doing just one hell of a job, and I think that they're just they're really setting an example for tough, resilient parenting. And and I just want to send them so much love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've known Clyde for a very long time, and and he's one of the most genuine, nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And yeah, we want to send them as much help as we can.
And I don't know Tara super well, but someone mentioned her the other day, and they just went on like a 10-minute love fest about how she is just the sweetest, kindest, nicest, friendliest person.
Very nice.
And I was like, well, I love her now.
There
that
we
sounds
go.
great. Cool.
So we're looking to raise as much money as we can. They've been forced to move down to Edmonton, obviously, to be with the boy. And Jackson, very, very tough, has already had 3 surgeries, 2 of them on his heart. And now they know that Jackson does need a heart transplant. He is on the list, but so there's still a lot of fight to be done.
Yeah, a lot of time left. A lot of time
left, and I mean, trying to find, now that they've moved down there, they're both probably just going to try to find work and things like that, but doing that while waiting for your baby to get a heart transplant, I can't even imagine.
No, and of course, like, one of the really tough things that they're dealing with is, despite having all of this love, their families are up here. Their families are from Inuvik and Yellowknife and Betchiko, and that's where their support network mostly is. So they're really having to get by on this with like love sent from afar and each other. So my heart really goes out to them. But Clyde is also one of the most dedicated to music human beings that I've ever met. So the idea of throwing a concert to support their family, it's so good, and I'm so excited to be able to do that for them, and also to have 2 really, really fun nights of music at the same time.
Absolutely. And we will be there on Saturday night, doing some hosting live from there. Trying to hopefully to stream it much like we did at Folk in the Rocks. So you will be able to listen if you're not able to make it down. But if you're not able to make it down, you can still donate.
And you should.
We will have some details about that. We'll send the link out to their GoFundMe, but also you can just send donations down as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Give to them as well. So that will be coming up on Friday and Saturday. So proceeds from that going towards Clyde and Tara Lee and Jackson. So thank you so much, obviously, for organizing this. It's such a fun event. Like you did the Dead Poets Society last year.
Yeah.
Year before that was Tragically Hip tribute show. And,
so much fun.
So much fun. They've been so much fun.
They're the best.
You're going to keep doing them forever, right? Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Well done.
That is the plan.
So cool.
We do need more musicians, though.
Yes.
Not for this particular show, but I'm just going to, since you asked, one thing, Yellowknife is a ridiculously talented musical city. If people are out there and they're looking for chances to perform, I don't care if you're an amateur. You basically have to be 19 and older and able to hold an instrument and use it, kind of. And we would love to have you part of this. We're also really good at connecting musicians with other musicians so they can set up jams and like learn from each other, that kind of thing. So if you have been attending these tribute concerts and you're thinking that you might want to get involved, come chat with me or Becky. We will make sure that like even the most emerging of the emerging Yellowknife music scene, we want you part of this. And the bigger the lineup, the better.
And ironically, I think that's actually how the Beatles were described in their early years. 19, 20 years old, can hold an instrument and play it, kind of.
Kind of.
Scream into a mic.
Just come see Nancy. I'll hook you up with someone good. They can teach you. It'll be fine.
That's right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
It is going to be great. So thank you so much for you and Becky to take this on, but also thank you for taking on this other thing, which is this fundraiser for them as well. It means
our honor and pleasure.
It means a ton to them. I get messages from Clyde all the time, just like, I can't believe this is happening. This is so great. So we're really looking forward to it, and we're trying to raise as much money as possible for them, for this young family to get off on the right foot. All right, Friday and Saturday night at the Black Knight.
It's gonna be great.
Wonderful. We got a Beatles 3-pack coming up.
Can I? Sorry, before we do that, you said it at the very beginning of it, but I just want to remind people. I'm getting a lot of messages about tickets. There are no tickets. There are no tickets. You pay cover. You pay. The suggested donation is $25 at the door. Please try and get there early. The last 2 shows have been really sold out. That's why we're doing 2 nights. So you're probably going to get to see it. It's going to be good. But there are no tickets available. Please show up early if you're worried about getting a good table.
Wonderful. When should people show up?
Doors open at 7:30, so be there before.
So 5?
Yeah, 5. Get there at 5.
I mean, it's a Friday. Just
come right after work and just eat.
Come
and then
after
go
work.
upstairs.
Black Knight will be ready. It's okay.
It'll be fine. Yeah, be there. I would recommend being there around 7 to make sure that you get in. And you can always have someone in lineup, making sure you get your tables. You'll be able to eat, get your drinks up there, all of that kind of thing.
Beautiful. All right, Friday and Saturday night.
Thank you.
At the Top Night. Thank you so much for joining us, Nancy. Thank
My
you so
pleasure.
much.
You're listening to the best of Mornings at the Cabin. Yeah, it's a short show.
Mornings at the cabin. It's 8:29 on a great day for democracy. Unless you're sitting on this side of the studio, in
That's
which case
right.
it doesn't really matter.
You're not allowed to vote.
Because half the studio can't vote. Welcome
true.
to the morning show, Alley Kincaid from Skills Canada NWT.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So why can't you vote?
Yeah.
Because I live on the Ingram Trail.
The Ingram Trail's part of Yellowknife. I don't get that
It is,
involved.
but I don't pay municipal taxes, so I don't get to vote.
I
municipally.
also don't pay municipal taxes.
Yeah,
Well, I
but the
think you
point is
do.
you're supposed to.
Well, no, I rent. I don't.
No, but I think some of your rent goes towards that somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I
how
suppose
it
I
it
can
works.
does,
assume it's
but I
built
mean,
in
yeah.
there.
That seems silly. You've lived here your entire life, and you can't vote for who oversees the city you live in, and we're born.
Well, doesn't
Don't
live
live
in it,
in.
though. There you
Doesn't
go.
technically
Well,
live
I get
Yeah.
it, technically, but I mean, like, it's a 10-minute drive.
These,
Like, come
these
on.
Ingram Trail people, they come in here, they think they can just come and vote.
Live off the grid.
But this raises a really interesting question that we just had, which is, well, can houseboaters vote?
Who cares?
I'm intrigued. If you're a houseboater, let me know if you're instead like, are you allowed to come over and join the landlubbers and vote, or how does it work? Who knows?
Yeah, that is a very interesting question. I mean, I and I've known houseboaters most of my life, and I don't know the answer to that. That's a very interesting question.
Makes you wonder why you even mentioned them in your ill-fated campaign.
Well, I mean, they are part of the city, not really, but you got to include them. They're there.
Maybe they have their own unofficial mayor and council. It strikes me as the
Maybe.
kind of thing they do.
I
Probably
imagine
like
they
a
do.
mayor of the
I imagine
houseboaters
they
out
do.
there.
They have weekly meetings.
Yeah, kind of like the people north of the wall in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you think that the houseboaters are the wildlings then to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Very
like
good.
it. Good
Yeah,
analogy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they love it too.
This is absolutely not the reason you're in it. Good morning, Ali. So, Skills Canada NWT has the Blue Collar Gala coming up on
Yeah.
Saturday, the 3rd of November. And so first of all, Blue Collar Gala. We put up a video last week on our Facebook page, which we attempted to go some way to explaining there's not a whole lot of a dress code.
There is zero dress code.
Yeah.
It's a Yellowknife event, and people tend to wear what they want anyways. And we wanted people to be relaxed, and our sort of key demographic is trades professionals in our community. And so we thought, with the whole blue collar theme, let's kind of eliminate the dress code. Now, that doesn't mean you can't dress up. You certainly can. You can come in full suit and tie to the nines, or you can wear your blue jeans. It's up to you.
Love it.
Yellowknife, where jeans means a court appearance.
Yes.
So there are special guests as well. Now, I personally, anyone who knows me and my DIY skills knows that there's not a lot of HGTV going on in my life. But
For a second there, I thought you said DUI skills, and I was like,
now my DUI skills are about where my DIY skills are. There's not been a lot of either of them.
oh, good.
And so, tell me, HGTV, couple of celebrities
Yeah,
will be
heavy
joining
hitters.
you.
Yes, we have Paul LaFrance and Kate Campbell coming up to join us for the event. They're both HGTV celebrity builders, and they've been on a number of different shows. Everything from people who've been watching for a long time would remember a show called Disaster Decks. They've been on a couple of shows with Mike Holmes. Homes on Homes was where I think Kate Campbell got her start, and they've been doing a number of shows ever since. Most recently, Home to Win is a popular one now. I think they have one called Decked Out as well. So they've been on HGTV for a number of years. They're heavily involved with Skills Canada. We see them every year at our national competition. And this year we decided to bring them up to be our keynote speakers and talk about sort of their life in the trades and why they chose that career path when both of them had many different opportunities in terms of whether it be pursuing a university path and going that direction academically, or Paul is actually an artist and a really talented one. And so to focus their skills in building is really interesting, and to hear their story, we're excited for them to share that with Yellowknife and hopefully inspire some other young builders and young trades professionals out there who are following that path as well.
One of the few things we have not yet done on video is a sort of reality kind of DIY show or something like that. We
Yeah.
should definitely get that started.
wanna do that?
Do our own version of disaster decks where we go around and turn them into disasters.
There you
Turn
go.
it, yeah. Pick really nice decks and then just completely mess them up.
just mess them up. Just ruin them. Just like
Sounds
take
like
out a
great
few of the foundation supports and just remove a few struts here and there and a few planks and then just say right, thanks.
Then bring in some expert. How are you going to fix this, smart guy?
Yeah. Hey, Niels Conger,
that'll
see this?
show 'em.
This is a mess.
Yeah.
Niels. Yeah, do something about
What
it.
are you going
Earn
to
my
do?
vote, Niels.
Yeah. Other election candidates are available. So yeah, okay, we'll put that on a list. Right, so Saturday, 3rd of November. Wear whatever you want. You got a couple of celebrity guests coming in for this. And when? Well, we know when. Where and how much?
So tickets are still on sale. Tickets are $100, and you can buy them on through our website, skillscanada.nwt.org. On Eventbrite is where you can find them as well. And the gala itself is hosted at the Chateau Nova. And it's going to be just a really fun event. We try to really eliminate the sort of hoity-toity feel of a typical gala. We try to make it more down to earth. That's part of what the dress code comes in. We play a ton of games. We have a lot of fun. Our celebrity guests actually play the games with us. And we've got some great auction items and different prizes. And so we're just really looking forward to have a fun night out with people who support Skills Canada and what we do. So that's kind of what it is, and we hope to see you there. We hope that you can still get tickets right now online, and please do that. It's going to be a really, really great event. Last year, if you talk to anybody who came last year, they said it was the most fun night they had all year. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
And just before we let you go, the $100 that people pay for a ticket, what does the money go to? What does Skills Canada and NWT do with that? Because not everybody knows necessarily the work that you guys do all year round.
That's an excellent question. So Skills Canada NWT is part of a national organization, but the money that you spend at this event will go to support students in the Northwest Territories. And what our job is to promote trades and technology careers to high school students mainly, but we work a little bit with middle school students and apprentices as well. We do a number of different programs throughout the year that help to promote those types of careers. We also offer scholarships, which we will be awarding at the gala, scholarships to students who are pursuing those types of careers. We run a competition in the spring, our big territorial skills competition, and we do a number of others. Very specific projects in the schools, directly working with the students to encourage them to think about careers and trades and what that might mean for them if that's a viable option for them.
Cool. All right, Ali, thank you for coming in. That's Ali Kincaid from Skills Canada NWT. Grab your tickets to the Blue Collar Gala, and you too could dress up just like we all have this morning. I am in Studio 1 in Trap Pants.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.